Hello and welcome to everybody. We are again back with another work. Last time we have started the PHP introduction to PHP and we discussed a lot of things. We discussed what is the PHP importance, then we discussed the variables, syntax, and more. Today, last video, if I discussed, we discussed and we went over to the PHP static keyword. We discussed this one, that how we use the static keyword. And here we did these things in detail using the text editor. So I'm not moving to the that one. So I am just moving to our next topic. And we also went over to, in last class, we went over to also PHP echo and print statements. And we discussed that both are the basic ways to get the output. Okay, small differences. We discussed that echo has no return value while you say that return print has one value can be used. Okay, second one, that echo can take multiple arguments while print contain only one arguments, and echo is slightly faster than print. And echo you can use with the echo, you display the text with simple echo, you use a parenthesis as well. Today our today's agenda is we will discuss the PHP data types. Data types are considered to be very important in programming languages. So first of all, we need to understand that what are the PHP data types. Every language has a certain data types. Like in C++, we have the language, we have the data types like int, float, char, okay, double, and you say long int, short int, string, bool. These are the data types. Same like we have the data types in PHP. We have the string one, we have the integer one, we have the float one, okay, we have the double one, we have the boolean true or false, we have the array, object, null, and resource. So these all are the data types in PHP. Okay, so let's start with the PHP strings. Today our we have the theoretical things because we are just discussing the PHP data types. Today we do not have a code. So let's discuss PHP string. What is PHP string? A string, well, first of all, let's try to understand what is a string. String contains the characters, number of characters, okay? A string is a sequence of characters, okay, like hello world and this one, the name I have written. This whole hello world contains a number of letters. Hello world contain a number of letters. When that number of letters combine, we call that one string. Okay, so this is what the concept of the string. So if I move next and let's see, yeah, here one. A string can be any text inside the quotes. Okay, we know very well that string contains quotes. Okay, whatever we want to display, okay, whatever we want to display the string, we use the quotes. Either it's a single or double, both is work. Okay, so like in this example, I have defined the PHP and I assign $u and $s is a variable declaration, and I just said that echo this u1, echo this hello world. Okay, and I use this break, okay, used to display in next lines. We discuss this. You also use the escape character, that is n as well. Okay, it's also move to the next line as well. So then I said that display this one. So how the result will appear, it like this one, hello world in this line, and second line there is again hello world. Okay, these two statements will print in different lines, on different lines. So this is how your PHP string works. Then we have the next data type that is called the PHP integer or int. Okay, the short name for this one is called the int. Okay, so an integer data type is a non-decimal. Okay, we know very well that integer contains a real number like 1, 2, 23, 27, or whatsoever, but it doesn't contain any non-decimal numbers. Oh, sorry, it doesn't contain any decimal numbers. Okay, we have some rules for the integers as well. So let's try to understand what are the rules for that one. Yes, rules for integer. What are the rules? Let's try to understand. Integer must have at least one digit. We know very well that the real number have always one digit. One digit must be necessary. This is a condition for integer. Without one digit, how we can say that this is an integer? It means that one number must be necessary. You must have at least one digit. Okay, And if that digit is free from decimal, we say that digit is an integer. The second property is what? That integer must not have a decimal point. It doesn't contain any decimal, like 2.3. This is not an integer. Why this is not integer? Because we discussed that integer doesn't contain any decimal. Okay. If the decimal is present, then this is not an integer. This is a type which is called the float. Float contains the decimal. Okay. So third one property, integer can be either positive or negative. Okay. Integer can be positive or negative, but not a decimal. You say -2. This is the integer. Okay, but this not -2.1. This is not now integer. It's now float. Okay. So keep in mind that integers can either be positive or negative, but not decimal. Okay. If some digit contains a decimal, then that is not an integer. That would be lies in the category of float data type. So if I move to the example and let's try to understand what the example says. So let me scroll down the screen and try to understand. Okay, here one is the code. That standard declaration of the HTML, the body tag, and inside the body tag you have written the PHP. Okay, here's you define a variable 5885. We remember var_dem. Var_dem is a function in PHP. It's a function. Okay, it is a function. And why we use this var_dem? Var_dem actually tells us that what is the data type for this given value, okay, or for this given number. Okay, it actually tells us that what the data type, okay, what is the data type for this particular value. Like you define $x and you have written 49 something, okay, in real number. So when you use the var_dem, okay, and when you display the $x, it will tell you that this is an integer data type. Okay, this is an integer data type. So this is an integer data type. So we are also discussing and just moving to the code editor, and let's try to understand will it work or not. I'm just copying this code as it is. Let me move down. Yeah, here one. I'm just copying this and let's move to the code editor and try to understand will it work or not. I'm raising this all guys and just saving the file, and let's move to the browser and we'll see it will work or not. As guys, my browser has opened. I'm just requesting someone. Okay, I'm just sorry, assessing someone, assessing that one. So how we assess localhost this one? So I typed, as you see guys, it is returning a result. What is it is result returning? It says that the number you have entered is an integer type. It is an integer number. Okay, it have returns the data type, returns the data type. So this is what I'm trying to teach you, that var_dem we use var_dem function we actually use to check that what type of data, what data type we are using. It actually tells us that what data type we have. It actually returns the data type name. Simple you say. If I guys move to the code editor again and let me change down this one and just yeah. So here we are. I'm just guys changing something. Okay, let's change something code. Will it work or not? So I'm just changing now. I am taking some float number, okay, like decimal number 49.90. So this is what I have taken, and let's try to check with it work or not, or what type of data type it will show. So I'm just refreshing the browser and see it is now saying this is an float data type because I use a decimal 5.95. Okay, it is actually returning the value with data type. This is a very important thing is PHP, very unique feature. That PHP returns you the data type plus a number, that value which you used. And as I used 5.95, so it is returning the value as well as the data type. Okay, so this is what we are discussing. I hope that this is clear to you. Now whatever you use here, it will show you either you use the string or whatsoever. We are just assessing the string one as well. So Let's, for example, I am writing my name, and let's see will it work or not. I'm just saving this file, and let's move to the browser and see will what data type it will show. So I'm just refreshing the browser, and guys, it said now it's an string. It's a string, but that string contain length is 11. Okay, it also showing me the length for that one. Okay, it also showing me the length for that one. It says that your data type is string and the string length is 11. Okay, let's count it is 11 or no, 4 4 8, and yes, it's 11. It's also telling me that the string which you enter have a length 11. Okay, and that data type which you used is string. Okay, same like you can use the various things as well. Okay, all are the same things you use anywhere. Okay, so this is, guys, what we discussed at this one code, that how this code will work. Now we'll move to the float one. I hope so float is also clear. I told you that float is a number with a decimal point. Float contains a decimal point, while the int doesn't contain any decimal point. So this is the basic differences between these two. As this is the same code which which now I discussed, that wordamp you use and it shows the return data type. Okay, its data type is float. Same like boolean results that the value is true or false. I'm just moving to that one as well, and let's try to fix. Yeah, PHP boolean stands for true or false. We have possibly two states. Either the statement will be true or either it will be false. Probably we use these things in loops when we are checking the things. Okay, when we are checking the kit thing. Like if I use here and if I say, let me select the text box. If I say that if x is greater than 5, let's say if x is greater than 5, you say print, or simple. I'm just using in the Python or just using the PHP. So what I am saying, just do this in PHP. So sorry, echo show me true. Okay, so it will show me true, and same like for the other one. If I use the else statement and else, and we say if echo is false. So what I did, if it is greater than 5, then it will be true, other it will be considered as false. I am also doing this one as if false. So what it will show, actually it's just check the condition. If it true, then it will execute this inside the statement, otherwise it will execute the else part. Okay, so this is this simple, true or false. And the very important thing is PHP arrays. Array stores multiple value in one single variable. So this is that advantage of the PHP, that you use the various things. Okay, you use array stores a multiple values. So if I move to the code editor and let's try to not moving to the code editor, I'm just saying here PHP arrays store multiple values in one digit. In this, like, these are very easy things. Okay, let's try to understand better we solve or not. Okay, so here we are. Dollar countries, we have defined a variable. Okay, and function wordamp, this we discussed before. So here one, we are just moving here one. As I defined the countries and I defined an array. Okay, I first of all what I did, I just declared a variable with the name countries, and I just defined an array. What this array do, it actually array do, it stores the various values. This is an advantage in PHP, that array can store multiple values in one variable, because I just defined the countries one variable, and in one variable I store multiple values. I store Sydney, I store the Paris, and I store the Auckland, various I can store. Okay, so this is an advantage of the this one arrays. Okay, so when I call this wordamp countries, it will show me that it arrays and it contains how many values, 1 2 and 3. Just trying to move to the code editor. Let me copy this code and let's move to the code editor and see will it work. I'm just copying this code. Sorry, I'm just copying this code and moving to the code editor. Let me erase this
all and paste it here, and let's save the file and see what's the result will be show my browser. So here one time. As you see guys, it have written some results to me that it says array 30, okay, array of 3, because we have stored the 3 values in it. So it says it is an array. It is actually, first of all, it shown us that data type is array. Then this 3 shows that we have put 3 values in it. And this thing very important. It shows that on 0 position, you have a string that length is 6, and the string name is Sydney. Same like on 1 position, you have a string, the data type, and its length is 5, and that string is named Paris. Same like on position number 2, you have a string that's length is 7, and what's the string name? What's the string? It is Auckland. So this is a very important thing. It is actually telling you the data type. 3 things it is telling you. Okay, let me write it here. It tells you the data type first. This is the important thing. Data type, first of all, they are telling to you length of that string. Second thing, they are telling you the length of string. And third one, they are telling you the position of string. Okay, what I mean to the position means that on which and index that string stores. Okay, we know very well that array contains some indexes, like this is an array contain indexes, index 0, 1, 2. Okay, it depends on how you defined an array of what type. Okay, if you defined an array of 4, it means that you only store the 4 values in it. If you define array of 100, then you store 100 values in it. But we remember, it gives you the advantage that array contains one variable. Okay, one, you defined an array in a variable, one variable will be used, and inside of an array you can use the various things. Okay, you can use the various variables or various names. As you used in single array, you use the Sydney one, you said the Paris one, and the Auckland. So this is what we discussed today. I hope so today's video is clear to you. We discussed very simple things. Okay, very simple things. We discussed, just we went over to the PHP data types, and then we discussed that which functions tell us that what type of data type we have. So we discussed these things in detail, that what then is used to tell us that what type or what data type we are using. Hope so guys, you will like my video. Kindly, if you like my video, do subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends. Have a nice day. Thank you.